Hello everyone, GalacticStorm here, and today we are doing our 19th episode of our Black Ops 3 Weapon Guide. Today, we are looking at one of the more powerful assault rifles that you unlock, the Man-O-War, which you unlock at level 28. Now the Man-O-War, what does this weapon look like? It looks like a combination of the FN Scar and the FN FAL, both made by FN Hostile and are infamous in history, one being the weapon of the West and the one being a weapon that's being used by the US Army. So, let's talk about the weapon and its stats. So, the damage on this thing is pretty high, at 3 to 4 shots. Range on this thing is pretty good, at 37.5 meters. Penetration is average, like most of the other weapons in this game. Rate of fire on this thing is relatively low, one of the lowest in the assault rifle category, at 515 rounds per minute. Aim time is pretty low as well, zero point 0.5 milliseconds more than the other assault rifles at 300 milliseconds. Hip fire is average like most of the assault rifles and SMGs. And for the magazine capacity, it is 30 rounds, and with 42 when it comes to extended. Reload times are one of the slowest in the assault rifle category at 2.23 seconds. And the same one that has the highest reload is the Shiva, which is a semi-auto assault rifle that you unlock after this. And then the accuracy, the recoil, is pretty high, which is a huge con as well. But you do get that when it comes to sacrifice with high power. So, high power, high recoil, low rate of fire, and some slow handling traits. What are we going to do with this weapon? We are going to make some kind of vulnerable, or not vulnerable, visibility, power shredding, flexibility when it comes to reloads and that, or aim time, we can just go shredding on with through walls and destroy kill streaks as well. And we could aim for some headshots as well. So we're going to make this a power shredder class. So, what are we going to use with this weapon first? Well, first we are going to be using the primary gunfire wall card, which you will have 3 attachments with this weapon. We're not going to put an optic on this thing because the iron sights are pretty good with this. So the first one, we are going to add high caliber, which will increase damage when it comes to headshots, which means it'll take a shot or two less when it comes to killing people with the head. The second one is FMJ, which will go through walls more. It'll increase bullet penetration against kill streaks, and yeah. And for this one, the last one, it's vulnerable. It's more like your pick. Fast mag, extended mag, long barrel, rapid fire, or quick draw are most of your choices. But we are going to be using fast mag so we can decrease the reload time on this weapon. And it's one of those weapons that the reload time is going to be a pain in the ass to deal with. So for perk 1, we are going to add, like we said, sensible. So we're going to add 6 sense so we can see where the enemy is nearby. Second one is the perk 2 is usually your choice. You can use fast hands, tracker, or scavenger, but we are going to be using fast hands so we can swap weapons or swap equipment faster and aim faster while sprinting. And the third one is engineer, so we can see enemy kill streaks, we can see enemy traps, and we can reroll and booby care packages. So our first one, we are going to choose for lethal. We are going to choose thermite, so we can see where the enemy's at and have a feel on where the enemy's at and make them burn too. The tactical choice, it depends. You could use concussion, shock charge, flashbang, EMP grenade, or black hat. But we are going to be using EMP so we can destroy enemy kill streaks, the lower ones, or we can destroy the tacticals or the traps that are in there, just to give you an idea where the enemy's at. So what about the pros and cons on this thing? Pros on this thing, it has high damage and it's controllable at a medium range, which is good, just 2 pros. Cons on this thing is high recoil, slow handling, slow rate of fire, and horrible at long to short ranges, so more cons on that. So without further ado, let's see what this colony of Zoids can do.
Hostile counter UAV is online. Hostile
Vision base chart.
Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to vote, rate, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And be sure to look at my Facebook page down below. And for our next episode, we are going to be looking at another SMG, the Vesper. Until then, Galactic Storm saying, keep charging, bitches.